Yeah, there were some individual things to like about last night. There was Jusuf Nurkic getting the most rebounds in a single game in the NBA in the last 15 years.
And somehow never went to the free throw line. How are you that physical on the boards and yet nobody ever fouls you ever when you're grabbing a rebound?
Listen to him after the game. He couldn't understand it either.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to do my role the best I can. But it's kind of really messed up when you have a 13 offensive rebound and 16 shots having 0 free throws. You know, as hard as I work and I feel like getting fouled, you know, as anybody in the league. And I'm not here saying we lost the game, it is what it is, but it's not really common sense, you know. At least one, not even that one. But I know, you know, it's happened, so I'm not the first one. I ain't gonna be last game either, unfortunately.
He did miss 9 shots out of 16. He was 7 for 16 from the field. Not great. He had 5 turnovers. Rebounding kept him in the game. I mean, Chet Holmgren was a really skilled player, but oh my God, he's just a toothpick. He is such a toothpick.
No match for Nurkic physically.
No, but that's been their product. Their weakness is that they're 26th in the league in rebounding. They're not a good rebounding team. That's the most rebounds by any player since Kevin Love had 31 rebounds in 2010. The Phoenix record was 27 by Tyson Chandler against the Hawks in 2016. Nurkic's previous career high was 23 when he was with Portland. He dominated the boards it was incredible. Just even in the first quarter, he had I think it was I go back to my notes.
12, I think it was 12.
It was like, man, he had 12, and then he came out of the game, he had 12 freaking rebounds.
At one point, didn't he have every single rebound the team had? I think all 12 rebounds, the first 12 rebounds they got, it was all him, if I remember the announcers
right. There weren't many rebounds by people that weren't him, I'll tell you that.
There weren't.
He just really dominated when he was out of the game. I mean, he just really dominated the boards, and I kind of gave them a chance because it was a crazy game because the Suns were up big, 17-4. Then they got down. Then they had that crazy third quarter when it looked like they were out of it. You know, Bradley Beal was good. He scored the basketball very well. He did. He was able to take it to the hole and score. He was great. So, you know, there was a little minutes restriction on him. I probably went over it a little bit, but he was very good. Nurkic had a great job. And then there's Kevin Durant, who really struggled mightily in this basketball game.
We had a good conversation, I thought, about Kevin Durant on, what was it, Friday, where we were asking the question, what's our level of concern about how kind of inconsistent he's been offensively to start the second half of the season, or at least the post-All-Star break of the season, because we were coming off that game against Houston where he didn't shoot all that well. And I truly regret saying on Friday that I have no concerns about Kevin Durant. Because here we are. Oh, I do. Yeah, I wish I had thought about it a little more and maybe thought about it a little more deeply than I did. Because after watching 2 more games of him, I'm starting to get a little worried that he's tired. I'm starting to get a little worried that fatigue, even after the rest that he got with the All-Star break, and even though he didn't get that much of a break because he played in the game, I'm wondering if a guy who, let's be honest, hasn't played a ton of games over the last few years.
Not this many.
He's missed a lot of time over the last few years.
Yep.
I wonder if having to play this many games, he's 61 on the season so far?
I think this is going to be the most games. I think we said this the other day. It's going to be his most games in 5 years. Because last year he played 8, the year before 39, the year before 55, and the year before that was 35.
He's played 54 games so far this year.
If he plays in 2 more games, that'll be more games than at any point since the 2018-19 season. The last time he's played this many games, the next 2 games, he will go over the 55 he played in 21-22. But in 2018-19, he played 78 games. Then he played 35, 55, 39, 8, and now this year, 54 so far. I mean, 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
5-6 years ago was the last time he played this. Was it Lou Dort in his grill the entire time? Was it fatigue? Was it the back-to-back? Because they played Houston the night before, and he played well. But was it the back-to-back? I mean, it's probably a combination of all of these things. 1, he was fatigued. He played a lot of minutes against Houston. 2, Lou Dort was in his face the entire time, and when he wasn't, they double-teamed him. And 3, he's 35 years old, 35 and a half, and it's been a long season with a lot of games and a lot of heavy minutes that they've really never been able to get away from the heavy minutes because all of the games have been so close for them.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to give him many breaks.
It's given rise to this conversation again.
It's like, who is going to be that voice? Right now, they need that voice. You could tell in watching their body language just last night. Anytime you want to know if Kevin Durant has signs of frustration, whether that's with himself or the team, just watch his body language. He's going to show it on the floor. So I just think with the Phoenix Suns, they got to have that coming to Jesus meeting right now, and they have to have that identity meeting because too many guys play too freely on that team and not within themselves.
Is he a leader? Is he wired like this? The same Charles Barkley conversation we had a month ago. Is it that, or is it the fact that he's played 40 minutes, 38 minutes, 38 and a half minutes, 40 and a half minutes, 39 and a half minutes, 36 minutes in his last 6 games? 5
of the last 6 games have not been typical Kevin Durant production games.
The only one that won was Saturday against the Rockets.
Yeah, he was very good in that game.
But I say that, though, and it's the same thing with Nurk, and it's the same thing with Beal. There's like a qualifier with all of their games. The turnovers. Right? Like, Nurk had a good game last night.
He had 6 against Houston.
But he had turnovers, yeah.
KD had 6 against Houston.
Durant had a great game, set it down against Houston. Yeah, but he turned the ball over 6 times.
6 times.
Beal had a great game last night. Yeah, but he turned the ball over a bunch. Like, there's
so it
always...
it can't be a great game. You can't play a great game and turn the ball over 6 times. You can't be. You know? It's like, hey, your kid went 4 for 4 at the plate. He had 2 singles, 2 doubles, and he had 3 errors.
Right. And all 3 errors led to a run score.
Right.
Did he have a great day?
It's like, hey, I was
really.
4 for 4, Dad. I had 2 doubles, I had 4 RBIs. You had 3 errors. It's not a great game. So you can score all these points and have but you turn the ball over that much. I mean, you can't say you had a great game. I'm a little worried about KD. Listen, he's truly one of the greatest players that's ever played. Last night was a tough matchup. Dort is a relentless defender. Their hands are they slap at everything.
Everything.
Oklahoma City slaps at everything.
And they were aggressively doubling him every single time he had the ball
especially
in his
when
hands.
Dort was out of the game.
Every single time they just came at him. But yeah, I'm worried. And now with no Devin Booker? With no Devin Booker and what that means for the minutes load of Kevin Durant moving forward, oh yeah, be worried.
Are you going to wear him out by the time Book gets back with 40 minutes a game? He had no points and no assists in the fourth quarter of that basketball game last night.
Nothing. One of either.
Not one. Now, they gave him a big rest. He didn't come back until about 5.5 minutes left. Vogel tried to give him a big rest.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona Sports.